Madagascar on the 3rd of June 2018 at the age of 17.
Entse le kgwele mo taolo ya setlhopha sa Morocco. Go monna ba re ke Ashraf ha re bone ba tla dira ba tsena ka lebaka sola le tene Afrika Borwa ya potse fela ba sireletsa kwa morago. Afrika Borwa ba semola jaanong e kete ba tlhakana tlhogo kwa morago ga ise ba tsepamisi maikutlo mo karolong ya bobedi ya motshameko wa Afrika Borwa gona ba etsa ba romela le telele gone kotsi gape Sevilla, Odiratiro Cacuana Kenya Spain, Odiratiro Cacua Spanish La Liga, El Nezere Youssef, Olekale Kanyadino, Kenegora Kera Afrika Buraga Batse Pamisa Maikuto Motsimulo Yamotsameko, Egetiba Tubasa Kono Bona Hata Fakai, Fela, Morocco, Yamuba Kaina Seo, Bonagamotamo Ketilen, Batsa Pileo, Amrabat. Telele, I follow Sagatoro. Yabu Yatana de Toa, Yabu number 1. Afrika Borwa. Ele1 Stropasa. Ele1 Stropasa, Afrika Borwa, Wadaka, Morocco. Ela momento Tonyanka, Yakaro, Yabubedia Mosameko. Afrika Borwa kone go ka tshwarelela mo karolong ya ntlha o dirile sentle fa morago ga fa ile gore no mo fa kwa out of 10 Ronald Williams ke mo fa robedi kgotsa ke mo fero bongwe me mona yo ya bo pele robot ke ne ke fetsa go rakare Ogautuza Motogotata, El Kabiayop, Oroba di pelota ma Afrika Borwa, Jacob Warabuitidi, Amaroba di pelota ma Afrika Borwa di Milano Feta Sumama Kano le Botano, Afrika Borwa, Mamezo Tunya Bofelo, Keneke Orakere, Ogautuza Motogotata, Fagotana le Nomo Motsamekongo, Bona Yusuf Mart, Anarelete. Atsa khela etsamekela jalo mo bogareng jwa lebala ba etsa ba rumela jalo ke mona wa Haritamin banna ba le babedi ba ba tswang kwa bankeng tumagano ya bone atsa khele wa rumela ya kopana le El Kabi Ayop a se kauka atsa khele yao a yatlanya le letloa ya bona gore tu naga ya Morocco 1 Afrika Borwa.
Ethiopia stunning the 6-time African champions Egypt with a 2-0 win. Lesotho had their visiting 2023 hosts Ivory Coast to a goalless draw. Cameroon beginning their campaign with a 1-0 win over the hosts Burundi. And Mali left it very late to come from behind to beat South Sudan 3-1 and avoid a shock result. Nigeria made to work. They beat Sierra Leone 2-1. Guinea-Bissau thrashed Sao Tome and Principe 5-1. Liverpool forward Mohamed Salah was voted Men's Player of the Year by his fellow professionals for England for the second time. Salah became only the 7th man to win the Professional Footballers Association award more than once after a season in which he scored 23 goals in the English Premier League, tied for first with Tottenham Son's Heung-min, and had a league-leading 14 assists. Kevin De Bruyne, the star player for English Premier League champions Manchester City, was looking to win the award for the 3rd straight year. De Bruyne was also on the 6-man shortlist, along with Manchester United's Cristiano Ronaldo, Tottenham's Harry Kane, and Liverpool Virgil van Dijk and Sadio Mane. Despite having his best scoring season in the league, Son didn't make the PFA's Team of the Year, which contained 6 players from Liverpool. Manchester City's Phil Foden won the Young Player of the Year award for the 2nd straight year. Former England managers Roy Hodgson and Hope Powell were given the PFA Merit Award for their outstanding contributions to football. 6 of the English Premier League Team of the Year came from Liverpool, with only 3 from champions Manchester City, champions Chelsea provided 4 of the WCSL Team of the Year.
When I heard that song, I think I was emotional, but I was not sure if I'm hearing from radio or somebody is performing.
Nobody wanted to play the project. People couldn't believe in Zahara.
But she started singing right there in the rehearsal. Everything just went like, whoa.
Everything changed.
Nobody was doing that music at that level at that time.
People, they were grinning, they were singing, they can't even know the song.
Be sure to catch Valia Gosha on Fridays at 7 p.m. on SABC2.
The Brand Masters Awards are celebrating its 20th anniversary this year.
Basically, there is only one company that can walk away with this prize.
And that company is Nubia.
B? Do you want to hang out?
Sure, sounds great.
Okay, then it's a date. Not the date.
Mondays to Wednesdays at 9:30 on 2.
Karen Khachanov fought back from a set down to advance to the quarterfinals at the ATP Rosmalen Grass Court Championship in Netherlands after a tight 5-7, 7-5, 7-6 victory over Poland's Kamil Matrak. The Russian lost the opening set 5-7 and at one stage looked in danger of going out as his opponent served for the match. But the world number 23 showed his strength of character to pull the match back for victory in the third set tiebreak. Khachanov will now meet Canada's Felix Auger-Aliassime in the last 8 later on Friday.
Game, Majak. Game, Khachanov.
Khachanov wins the tie-break after his opponent hits the ball long.
Game, set a match, Khachanov. 2-1, 5-7, 7-5, 7-6.
US Open champion and top seed Daniel Medvedev of Russia comfortably defeated France's Gilles Simon in straight sets, 7-5, 6-4 at the ATP Grass Courts Championships in Netherlands to advance to a quarter-final meeting with Ilya Ivashka of Belarus. This was Gilles Simon with a cross-court backhand volley winner at the net to break Daniel Medvedev's serve and lead, but nevertheless it went down with Daniel Medvedev hitting a cross-court forehand winner to save a third set point on Gilles Simon's serve and bring up a deuce at 5-3 down. And after a long rally, Medvedev hits a cross-court backhand winner to break Gilles Simon's serve and lead 2-1. And on to his 7th match point, Medvedev hits a backhand winner down the line to take the set, 6-4, and the match.
Game, set a match, Medvedev, 7-5.
Second seed Felix Auger-Aliassime edged past home favourite Talon Griekspoor in straight sets, 7-6, 7-6 at the grass court tournament in Netherlands as the Canadian advanced to the quarter-final stage. On to the first set, and it's Felix Auger-Aliassime with a forehand volley at the net to hold serve and level at 3-all. onto the tie-break, where Aliassime hits a forehand shot which clips the top of the net and bounces over Talan Griekspoor and lands inside the baseline to move 4-love ahead in the first set tie-break. Onto match point, and Aliassime wins the second set tie-break 7-5.
2 sets to off, 7-6, 7-6.
Top seed Stefanos Tsitsipas defeated Dominic Stricker 6-3, 6-4 to reach the last 8 at the Stuttgart Open on Thursday. Tsitsipas has now reached a tour-leading 35 victories this season, but this was not his first win on grass since 2019. Next up for the Greek, a man who has had a deep love affair with grass in his prime, former world number 1, Andy Murray. Andy Murray defeated the 7th seed Alexander Bublik to reach the quarterfinals of the Stuttgart Open. The Scot was headed to Germany for his first ATP Tour event of the season on grass, and he's going to face Tsitsipas next after seeing off the Kazakh 6-3, 7-6. Murray had to work hard in the second set after dropping serve twice in succession, but saved 2 set points at 2-5 and another 2 games later before winning 5 of the last 6 points in the tie-break. It was a third meeting between the 3-time Grand Slam champion and 42nd ranked Bublik this season, with Murray taking a 2-1 advantage.
Sets down, Simmons at 6-3, 7-6.
The boykie from Brackenfell, Pedro Kruger, pays tribute to the biggest names in Afrikaans music. During an intimate interview, Pedro and his guest will revisit memorable songs and get nostalgic about the good and the bad times. And there's a surprise in store for every guest every week in each episode. Klavierkuiers met Pedro, Thursdays at 7.
They say you are what you consume, and too much of anything can be deadly.
The GP actually just diagnosed me wrong for all the years. You should have known that you should have checked my kidneys.
Heart failure, diabetes, hypertension and stress.
So waiting will not be a good idea. That's why we're going to do the surgery this week, because he's essentially a bit of a time bomb.
We uncover the killers in our midst, Sundays at 2:30.
Wat's die okasie is 'n splinternuwe skitterblink reeks op SABC2 wat partytjies hou vir ons land se nommer 1 persoonlikhede met die hulp van 'n span kundiges.
Dis so lekker om 'n nuwe program te hê. Wat's die okasie?
Jy wil nie hierdie mis nie. Welkom.
Ja, Chase, is Ollie B, straight van die dal af, meisie.
Ons is nou amper reg vir die show, maar kan nie vir julle enigiets meer wys nie. Let's go.
Ag, hierdie dress-up partytjie val so reg in my kraal, is om myself in drag te sit.
Weens die pandemie kry ek en my man Ashley uiteindelik die kans om ons troue te vier.
These special days is the opportunity to really just say thank you.
Ek kan nie my dogter op die dag sonder haar voorstel nie.
Definitief vandag vir my 'n highlight was om my maandpa hier so te sien.
Dit is tyd om ons land se mense te vier, mooi te maak en te kuier saam met ons familie en vriende. Kyk, wat's die okasie? Elke Dinsdag aand om 7uur op SABC2.
Mapungubwe really is important for future generations because we learn trade out of Mapungubwe, the gold and so forth. We owe everything to our ancestors.
In knowing who we are and where we come from lies a golden treasure.
They did not want anyone.
Pay attention to your totems, pay attention to your clan praises, because they say a lot about where you come from, that what you think you are. You are African before Mukhosa. You are African before Mubedi. You are African before you are all of those things.
Mapungubwe, Echoes in the Valley. Wednesday evenings at 10:30 on SABC2.
Wout van Aert sprinted to the finish line to win stage 5 of the Criterium du Dauphiné on Thursday and retain his overall classification lead. The Belgian powered his way across the line after 162.3 kilometers. The Jumbo-Visma rider was narrowly beaten in the past 3 days after he dominated the first sprint, but he managed to outpace Jorre de Meus by a whisker to top the podium. After the race, Van Aert acknowledging the support of his Jumbo-Visma team, who helped strip the peloton of some fast finishes. In the overall standings, Van Aert now has a lead of 1 minute and 3 seconds over Mattia Cataneo of Quickstep Alpha Vinyl, while his team leader, Primož Roglic, lies a further 3 seconds back in third. The Belgian superstar rider making sure he crossed the line ahead of the peloton.
Wout van Aert sur la boîte qui est champ rolls in this birdie putt at the 16th.
That was for 2 in a row. He birdied 15 as well.
McIlroy made a couple bogeys on his scorecard, but this birdie at the second helping the cause in shooting that 4 under 66 this morning, and Rory backed it up with his tee shot at the third, 191 yards.
And you know he's feeling good with his swing when he's going for that hold-up fade. His swing has to be on the money for him to be pulling that shot off, and he did that here.
After all the action from the defending champion Rory McIlroy, it's Harold Varner III with his tee shot at the 9th. Next up, Justin Rose's eagle putt at the 9th. Followed by a putt at the 13. Tyrrell Hatton's putt from the bunker at the 13th. Followed by an excellent long putt at the 16th by Scottie Scheffler. So while Rory McIlroy had to wait 3 years to defend his title because of the COVID-19 pandemic that cancelled golf's 4th oldest championship in the last 2 years, was a Clark that hit a 7-under par 63 to take the first round lead. Matt Fitzpatrick was a stroke back, and Doug Gim and Harold Varner III followed at 65. Former Masters champion Charles Schwartzel cutting an opening 5-under par 65 to take a one-shot lead after the opening day of the inaugural LIV Golf Invitational Series event. Schwartzel, who started from the third hole at Centurion Club in a shotgun start in the 54-hole event, fired 6 birdies and an eagle to top the leaderboard ahead of compatriot Hennie du Plessis. The South African pair are both part of Stinger Golf Club in the team event, with another member, Brandon Grace, in a tie for 5th on 2 under. Former world #1 Dustin Johnson and 6-time major winner Phil Mickelson both shot 1-under par 69s to share 7th with England's Sam Horsfield and Laurie Cantor. Shortly after the 48-man field got underway at the same time, the PGA Tour sent a memo to members outlining that all players competing in Hertfordshire would be suspended or otherwise no longer eligible to participate in PGA Tour tournament play. Former world #1 Dustin Johnson and European stars Sergio Garcia, Martin Kaymer, Graham McDowell and Lee Westwood were among the 17 players suspended. And of course, Phil Mickelson reacting to his suspension from the PGA, giving little away after the first round of the LIV Golf in St. Albans.
I just got off the golf course, and as I said yesterday in the press conference, any PGA Tour matters I'm not going to discuss publicly at this time. Yesterday I was kind of saying that I didn't feel contractual agreements should be public, whether I like it or not. I'm not going to discuss it, but I am going to play all of the LIV events. So to answer your question, I'll be participating in all the events. I don't look that far in advance. I know that I'm going to play the 8 this year. I'm going to play the 10 next year. I can tell you that. The last time I was at the Country Club of Brookline. It was one of the coolest moments of my life, the 1999 Ryder Cup. And I know a lot of people here don't really want to hear about that. It was really a special day for me. I have not been back since. I can't wait to get back. And I know the people in Boston are terrific, and I'm looking forward to playing there.
We head to the 2022 Scandinavian Mixed event, where it was congratulations to the Scandinavian Mixed host and major winners Henrik Stenson and Annika Sorenstam, who were inducted into the Swedish Golf Hall of Fame for their service to golf and the community. Another Swedish pair, Lynn Grant and Christopher Broberg, are in a tie for 5th, alongside England's Liz Young and Thailand's Jazz Janawattanond. Amateur Carolina Melgrati fired an opening 65 to sit in a 4-way tie for the lead, alongside 3 male professionals on day 1 of the Scandinavian Mixed. The Italian opener had her round with back-to-back birdies before dropping her first shot of the day at the 8th. But a back 9 of 30, which contained an eagle and 4 birdies, saw Melgrati join Craig Howie, Matthew Pavon and Santiago Tario at the summit on 7 under par. Lots of sports action for you. Sport Arena every Saturday and Sunday, 2 p.m. on SABC3. La Duma every Saturday and Sunday has a big build-up from 2:30 to live action that kicks off at 3 o'clock. Look out for the PSL promotional playoff, plenty to play for. Cape Town All-Stars, they may be in a bit of trouble in the courts, but they do take on Swallows FC live at 2:30 is the build-up on SABC1.
Some do it for the game, others for the fame, a few for the trophy, and many for the memories. While most will play to become the best, there are those that will play for passion, crowds, victory, and simply for the love of the game. Catch the Top 14 Rugby every Saturday on SABC Sport Channel on OpenView 124, SABC 2, SABC DTT, and also available on Telkom One. Brought to you by SABC Sport.
For the love of the game.
Mapungubwe really is important for future generations, because we land trade out of Mapungubwe, the gold and so forth. We owe everything to our ancestors.
In knowing who we are and where we come from lies